It's nearly Christmas, and what a year it's been for everyone. Yes, there's uncertainty out there, and plans seem to be changing day by day, but I want to help you in the only way I know how to, and that's through food. And I've been racking my brains, trying to get creative, and I've got some really useful, simple tips to help you cook some amazing food this Christmas. So whether you're cooking for a small group or outside with friends and family, come on, let's roll our sleeves up, let's get cooking. We're all in this together after all, and let's make this Christmas the best it possibly can be. I want to take you by the hand to cook recipes that are specifically tailor-made to help you celebrate this year.
Everything here tastes unique and very, very delicious.
So whether you're cooking a Christmas feast for many or a few,
You could just do this, or just do that, or both.
or edible gifts for those that you can't be with,
This is for Nanny and Grandad.
No, I'm gonna take it, Mum! Dad!
dishes to celebrate inside or out,
I absolutely love it.
Really nice.
or ways to keep the excitement going after the big day.
I'm trying to help the nation cook leftovers.
Whatever your situation, I've got loads of inspiration for this Christmas. Starting with some gorgeous Christmas gifts that you can give to someone you love. This year, we might not all be able to spend time around the same table for Christmas dinner, but that shouldn't be a reason for not sharing delicious food. And edible gifts, I think, are a brilliant way to send a little bit of love, optimism and deliciousness to people you miss, haven't seen or you love. I'm kicking it all off with an irresistible mulled wine glazed ham. Dark, sticky and infused with the flavours of Christmas. And a cheeky baked cheese to give alongside. It's a mouth-watering gift that keeps on giving. It's going to be an amazing thing to eat and especially to receive as a present. I've gone for a lovely free-range 2.5 kilo gammon. You can get boneless, bone-in. So whatever size of ham you've got, or whether it's smoked or not, this principle is exactly the same. Get it into a large pan with cold water. Turn it to a medium-high heat, and now we can fragrance the water, adding to the flavour of this beautiful poached pork. So we'll go in with some rosemary, some bay, a bit of thyme goes in there. Then we're going to go into some vegetables. A few sticks of celery, a couple of garlic cloves, and then an onion cut into quarters, some carrots cut into chunks, and then I've got some chilli here, just 1/2 a fresh chilli in there. Will just add to the glow of flavour. So we're getting there. Last but not least, some peppercorns. They're quite nice to go. We don't need to add any salt because this gammon has already been salted, whether it's smoked or not. Top it up with a little water and let that come to a simmer and just chug away for about 2 hours. And you'll get great broth and really tender, juicy meat. This smells absolutely great. So what we're going to do now is prep this for roasting, and then we'll go on to glazing later. And if you think about the cooking method, we've poached it, added flavour with guaranteed juiciness. Now we're going to roast it so it goes golden and crisp and delicious. So just cut away that skin. You want to leave as much fat on here as you can and score that pearly white fat. And the lovely thing is, you can put that love, care and attention into this because it's a lovely present. I'm going to give it a little kiss with oil, and then you've got this little checkerboard effect, and when that roasts up in the oven, it's going to go golden, crisp, delicious. It's going to create like a landing strip for your glaze so it sticks to it in the most beautiful way. So put this in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to roast that for half an hour. So while that's happening, I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious mulled wine glaze. Now, this is kind of held together by some no-peel, beautiful orange marmalade. It's about 450 grams. Just get every last bit of this out into a pan, but we want to kind of interrupt that sweet, gorgeous, slightly bitter orange with classic Christmas flavours. So I'm going to add a generous glass of red wine, and we'll turn the heat up, and we'll boil them together. So I'm thinking red wine, mulled wine. I'm thinking all those lovely little spices. So maybe a little star anise, just a few cloves, just very subtle. A little cinnamon, half of one of these, or a pinch of ground. Then clementines, oranges, lemons, whatever you've got to hand, a little bit of peel will make all the difference. I'll add a couple of bay leaves. I've got one more little curveball. I've got a tin of ringed pineapple slices. And the juice is unsweetened, but will add amazing flavour to this glaze. Simmer that down and reduce it so it's thick and syrupy. And by that time, the roasting joint will be ready, and then we can start to glaze. So another great edible gift, I think, is to prepare a cheese for baking. And this is a fantastic British-style camembert that is so good. And that with the ham is going to be like 2 peas in a pod. I want to just run my knife around sort of a centimetre of the outside of this cheese. Then just use the tip of your knife to cut away that central kind of lid. So now our job is to have kind of fun with it. And we're going to put some great flavours on top. So first of all, some garlic. When cheese and the garlic are cooking together,
Hi, Dad.
wowzers. Hello, mate.
What are you making?
I am making a little present for Mum, Nanny. Do you want to help me?
Yeah.
So what I need you to do is kind of plonk it into the cheese like that and make them stick out a little bit.
Do I have to put them like an order?
No, just here, there and everywhere. They'll do exactly the same with like 5 little slithers of chilli. We want it just to kind of like, you know, brighten up the party. So if you can stick this in as well. Here, like just push it in, like, see how I pushed it in like that?
Yeah.
And look, me and Buds are probably not going to be able to spend time with Nan and Grandad on Christmas Day this year, you know, because of everything that's going on. So we're going to send them some presents, give them a bit of love. I think they're going to love it. So just sprinkle in some little cranberries.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I've got a walnut. Do you want to bash that for me, big boy?
Yes.
Let's just put this in here and put that on top.
Just do it in the...
Yeah, just don't hit my fingers. Yep, that's nice.
I did it.
When I was a kid, you used to have like a squirrel that you used to put the nuts in its little hands, and then you'd put the tail down and it would crush the nuts. You ever seen one of those?
Is it alive?
No, it's not. No, it's not alive. It was a nutcracker.
Oh.
So kiss the top of it with olive oil. This will help the garlic and rosemary go nice and crisp. So I'm going to put it back into this mould. So take a little bit of greaseproof paper, because sometimes in the oven these little boxes break, and that is always a little bit of a disaster. So if you want to stop that happening, basically we make a little round greaseproof paper hat that I can put my beautiful cheese on, and then we'll just put it in there. Everything will go golden and gorgeous, and you can dip in there croutons or crunchy veg. It's going to be so, so good. So did you do that little note that I said for Nanny?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you go and get it for us? And then we can put it all together in a nice box, and she will love it. OK, so this gammon has been in for about 35 minutes, and it's very crispy. Put this on its side like that. Look at that. Take some of that fat and put it all the way around it.
Come back.
Good lad. Did you do a nice job? Who did it, you or Petal?
Petal.
There you go. Dear Nanny, cook me at 180 for 15 minutes. Thank you very much. You can go and play if you want. OK, so ham and pineapple are definitely very good friends. So some of these can go in the tray, and then some cloves to attach 2 pineapples to our lovely gammon. And I just love it. Take that little clove and stick it into the ham, right in there like that. And as this roasts in the oven, beautiful things will happen. A little bit of time, care, and attention is a good thing. You don't have to put the pineapple on the ham, but I just quite like doing it because it looks retro. And I reckon my mum will love that. And Dad, well, he's always grateful for whatever he's given food-wise. So that's looking mighty fine. And now pour this glaze, inspired by mulled wine, over the top. And we're gonna roast this off again, and we're gonna keep basting it and basting it until you get this glaze that's gonna be truly, truly amazing. Pop all of this back in the oven, and around about 20-25 minutes, this will be done, ready and raring to go, and it will be gleaming, dark and gorgeous. It's had 4 bastes, smells amazing. Come on! Look at that. It looks mighty. It looks mysterious. It smells outrageous. And look, you've still got all this amazing glaze. Put the pineapple in there. We've got to have a little try, no? You want to see inside that amazing ham. So if I just nick a slice from the outside, look how juicy that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful mulled wine glazed ham. Let's steal a bit. The inside is juicy and fresh and sweet, but the outside has got everything about Christmas. Wowzers. Oh. So good. So there you go. Nice couple of gifts there for someone that you love. Brilliant.
It's Christmas! No, this is my smiley face.
This year, more than ever, we've got to find a few creative ways to tell people that we're thinking of them if we can't see them. And there's no better way than to tell someone that you love them than through chocolate. My triple chocolate Yule log is a scrumptious rolled chocolate sponge filled with hazelnut chocolate spread, whipped cream, and topped with a luxurious chocolate buttercream. A delicious gift to sprinkle a bit of love. And it all starts in here, making homemade chocolate sponge. We want 4 beautiful free-range organic eggs, nice large ones, okay? I want to get the egg whites into here. Let the whites go through and bounce very carefully the yolk backwards and forwards. Don't get any yolk in there at all. And if you do, you will have to start again. Next thing is a good pinch of salt. And now we're going to whisk. That's going to make this sponge really light. You're incorporating loads of air into the egg whites, and that will go nice and stiff. Air is the most precious ingredient in this sponge. It's going to give you the lift and the texture. So now, 75 grams of icing sugar, sieve it in, and then we start whisking again. Right, look at that. Beautiful. And then whip in the egg yolks one by one. Then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 75 grams of self-raising flour through the sieve, and 2 tablespoons of good quality cocoa powder, not hot chocolate, cocoa powder. So, go from using a whisk to using a spatula, from whisking to folding. I'm going to fold all the ingredients back into the middle. Try and not lose as much air as possible. And there we go. We got the sponge looking good. I've got a 35 centimetre by 25 centimetre tray. I have just oiled it and put some greaseproof paper in. And now I'll pour that lovely sponge into the tray, like that, every last bit. And then gently push the chocolate right to the edge. And there you go. Happy days. So this is now going to go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, for exactly 8 minutes. At the same time, I'm going to toast off 350 grams of lovely whole peeled hazelnuts. And that is going to be part of our filling for this sponge. So So in that goes as well. Now, we're going to make the most incredible chocolate spread to go inside our beautiful Yule log. I've got a heat-proof bowl and a little inch of water on a very low heat. And we're going to melt 350 grams of good quality chocolate, about 70 to 80% cocoa solids. Just break it up, a little pinch of salt. It kind of brings out the flavour. And then 100 grams of unsalted butter, and let that slowly melt and give it a stir every now and again. So, get yourself some more greaseproof paper, lay out a little sheet like that. My sponge is ready now, and it smells amazing. Beautiful. And I've got the nuts here for the most incredible chocolate spread. First up, take our chocolate sponge and we'll literally flap it onto this greaseproof paper, very confidently. And then while it's warm, we're going to gently peel off this greaseproof paper and roll it up. Just gently like that, slowly, slowly. And let it cool down in that shape and you'll be perfectly good to go. And then let's have a look at my nuts. Look, they're nice and toasted. Got a nice little bit of colour there. So this goes straight in to a food processor. And while it's nice and hot, we'll wazz it up. Look, have a look at that. In just a minute, it's turned those hazelnuts into an amazing flour. It smells incredible. Then just put this melted chocolate on top, whiz it up until really smooth. Oh! Come on! That is proper chocolate and nut spread. So the great thing about this is you can think about it in a few ways, right? I'm going to use it as the most amazing, indulgent, delicious layer of our rolled Yule log, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, put it in a jar, little label, that is the best gift ever. Send that to someone you love. Chocolate and nut spread, my mum is going to love that. And then thirdly, put this into a little dish, and I'll put this in the fridge. And when it kind of solidifies, hot spoon, teaspoon, boop, little truffles. Dust it in nuts or cocoa powder, brilliant. In that goes. Right, next up, we're gonna make chocolate buttercream for the outside of the Yule log. You use the same pan with the same water in it, and another heat-proof bowl, and then 150 grams of 80% cocoa solids chocolate. So that will slowly melt. And then, in another bowl, I'm gonna beat the lovely butter and then eventually the sugar together. Now, this buttercream is gonna go on the outside of the Yule log, AKA bark, chocolatey bark. This is 150 grams of butter, unsalted, and I've got it to room temperature. So just use the back of a spatula just to give it a nice little push. It takes a little while, and then we can start beating it, getting the air into it. And once that's nice and light, go in with 150 grams of icing sugar. So equal quantities of the sugar, the chocolate, and the butter. And then we give it a nice little beat. So slowly, slowly now, as it's just gone in, then we can pick our speed up and we'll start beating again. Completely changes the texture. Then check the chocolate. It's almost there. And a little pinch of salt again. And while that cools down, I've got 350 mils of gorgeous double cream to go inside our beautiful Yule log. And a tablespoon of sugar. And give it a little whisk up. And this is going to be one of the layers that becomes part of the swirl as we roll up our sponge. So that is done. And then let's finish off this buttercream now because the chocolate has cooled down. But look at that, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate and chocolate. Yes. This is going to make someone, or many people, very happy. Slowly beat that into the buttercream. So that's it. We've got the amazing chocolate buttercream here. We've got the whipped cream. We've got the homemade sponge. And we've got our lovely, beautiful chocolate and nut spread. Right, this is going to make the best Yule log ever. Honestly, flavours, texture, off the chart. Time to make our beautiful Yule log. Unwind it slowly. They're beautiful, beautiful chocolate and nut spread is going to go on top, right to the edges. Then our beautiful cream, just lightly sweetened. Now I've got a curveball ingredient, amazing, maraschino cherries. I'm just going to put a few here at the base, like a little surprise. And some of these juices. Oh, yes. Just take a little grater and a clementine. It'll make all the difference. Hello. Hey, here comes trouble.
What's this?
We're gonna make a chocolate Yule log. I'm gonna roll it up now.
That would.
That's very satisfying, isn't it?
Oh.
On to the board.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna cut off this end.
Oh my god.
I then put this here, like that.
Ah, it's a tree.
You see?
I want to eat it.
So do you know what the good news is?
What?
This is for Nanny and Grandad to take home.
No, I'm going to take it. Mom, Dad. Mom, Dad.
River, where are you going?
So look, guys, this buttercream is going to go on the outside of the Yule log. Oh my Lord, it's going to taste good. All these little kind of nooks and crannies are supposed to look like...
Bark.
Yeah, it's like bark. Right, who wants to decorate some bits? Put some of these around the outside. Some crushed hazelnuts. And then it's been snowing just at the corner of the forest. So there you go. That is the Yule log. Little candle. And that sponge is going to be so soft and silky and chocolatey and gorgeous. I reckon Nana and Grandad are going to love that, right?
Definitely.
Right, can you do some labels for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay! Do you want a drink?
Oh, thank you, darling.
Guys, I've got a big surprise for you inside. Wait for this, buddy, come on.
Oh, I love him.
The log.
Oh, wow.
So I made this for you as a present. You can take it home.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to see you. This is so much fun. I love this.
Coming up, the perfect turkey dinner tailored to this Christmas. Boys, are you excited about your turkey?
Yes. Yes.
And your gravy?
Yes.
And Santa coming?
Yes. It's Christmas.
However many people we find ourselves cooking for this year, we all want to get a fabulous feast on the table. Whether you've done hundreds of Christmas dinners or this might be your very first one ever, I've got you covered. And I want to hold your hand through guaranteeing you the most delicious flavour, but make it as stress-free as possible. This year, I'm cooking my bird 2 ways for maximum flexibility. Gorgeous breast meat from the Crown, packed with an incredible apricot, chestnut and sage stuffing. Turkey legs stuffed, rolled and parcelled into miniature porchettas, all topped with the most Christmassy chestnut gravy. Most people's Christmas meals are centred around this, the mighty turkey. And I think this year more than ever, because we can't cook for so many people, people are really thinking, like I am, like what size turkey do I get? A big one, a small one? Do I use a cut, a crown? I want to show you what I'm going to do this year. I'm a massive lover of tradition at Christmas. But this year, I'm going to change it up for the first time, and I'm really excited about it because it's an opportunity. So, the way I'm doing my turkey this year is in 2 parts. You can take one part or both parts. Either way, it's going to be perfect for this Christmas. This bird was a 5-kilo bird. And I got the butcher to give me a crown, so that's a 3-kilo crown, and then debone these legs. So I'll use one stuffing for both the crown and the legs. It's gonna be amazing. They both cook at the same time. They both cook to perfection. They're both really easy to serve. And we're gonna use the trivet, we're gonna use the giblets, we're gonna make gravy. This is gonna be fantastic. First up, we're gonna make a really lovely sage and onion stuffing. I'm gonna get a couple of lovely white onions, roughly chop them, just like that. Get your pan on a medium-high heat. Get yourself a nice knob of butter and a little kiss of oil. Then the herb we're going to use is sage, a fantastic herb. I love it. Just give it a little wash in actually a little bit of warm water just to get those lovely natural oils going, and just tear the sage into that butter. As soon as that hits the fat, it goes crispy and really fragrant. Some black pepper. And a little bit of nutmeg. It's a fantastic spice. Get one little clementine, just grate in some of that zest. There's nothing more Christmassy. So that, in our stuffing, will be amazing. Then put the onions in. So let your onions cook down until golden sweet and slightly caramelised. And here, I've got a little handful of golden apricots. Just finely slice those. It will give the most amazing sweet and sourness. So it's a nice little kind of secret ingredient that I think really makes a difference. And then, after the onions have caramelised, we can turn the heat up and add a little bit of Vinsanto. Now, this is a classic Italian sweet white wine, but you can use sherry, you could use a little brandy, whatever makes you feel Christmassy. About 100 ml goes in, and just let it cook away. Oh, the smell. The smell is amazing. So try a little bit of the onion. We can just do some basic seasoning, mix it up. That alcohol is completely cooked away now. Turn off the heat, and then add in 200 grams of wazzed up stale bread. So breadcrumbs, basically. This is going to help our stuffing bulk out, but also absorb all the lovely fats from the turkey and from the beautiful sausage meat. So mix in all the breadcrumbs and allow that to cool down completely. It's going to be amazing. So this has completely cooled down now, which is great, really important when you're mixing things with meat. So I've got now 400 grams of gorgeous sausage meat, free-range pork, and I'm just going to use my hands to scrunch it all in there. So make sure your hands are clean. Give them a really good scrunch. Half's going to go in my turkey crown, and then this will be divided between my lovely boned turkey legs. So that is good to go. Right, let's get going. So, we're gonna have the crown in here with the trivet for the gravy, and then over here, we're gonna do the rolled and stuffed deboned legs of turkey. Now, if you've got giblets, right, please use them. And then put some herbs in here, 2 carrots that we just wanna wash and roughly slice up. This is gonna hold the crown of turkey up, but also it's gonna be the basis of the most incredible gravy. 2 sticks of celery, roughly chopped, straight in there. Sage if you want. A couple of onions, red or white, into quarters. Even a couple of little clementines. So that is a beautiful trivet. Next up, we have this amazing stuffing that I'll put at the neck side of the crown. So get half of the stuffing in there and take that neck skin and just slip it in there. And then fold that skin down. It's super easy to do, but what you get is a lovely plump side of the turkey like that. If you want to take these wings off, you can. Just cut them off like that. These wings are particularly good for the gravy. Beautiful sweet meat. So look, there you go. That is the crown. And you might just want to do that, and it will be amazing. But this is where the fun starts, because I was kind of thinking, OK, what do we do with the legs? When you go to Italy, you have the porchetta, the rolled, beautiful loin and belly of pork. And I'm thinking, I want to do that with my beautiful turkey legs. So I've got my butcher to take the legs off when he did the crown and debone the leg, right? That's what you've got to ask for, and they'll happily do that. Can you see how there's a bit of a gap here? So that's really easy to fix because this meat is actually thicker here than here. So I'm going to take a knife, take some of that meat and just bend it over here, evening out this meat and creating kind of more of a rectangle to stuff. Then I can take half of this stuffing, because obviously I've got 2 legs, and then I can use this to kind of patch any gaps. Then you simply just roll it up like a little sausage, like that, and that's what you get. Do the same to the other one, like that. Now, get some kitchen string and secure that lovely leg of turkey around the stuffing. I'm just going to get the string and put it under like that. About every 2 centimetres, you want a bit of string. So we cross it over once and twice, and then we pull it tight, and then do that second knot to secure it. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The flavours are going to be amazing. And when you take the string off and it's time to serve, you get a beautiful little cross-section. So once you've done that, you do the same to the other one. There we go, a beautiful crown, stuffed at the back. We've got the lovely rolled and stuffed legs of turkey. So just kiss this crown and the legs here with a little olive oil and have a little rub up. You want to be doing this on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day, right? You want to de-stress your Christmas Day. And if that's the case, then I'd cover this now with tin foil, put it somewhere cold. But let's talk about cooking times, very important. It's exactly the same as a whole turkey. If you've got a standard turkey, about 35 to 40 minutes per kilo. Then, if you've got a higher welfare, kind of rare breed turkey, 25 minutes a kilo, okay? This is 3 kilos, so about an hour and a half for this is good. But I'm going to season these up now, get them in the oven. Hello, mate, how are you? River, look, I'm cooking dinner, look at that. Oh, do you know what that is?
A turkey.
Good boy! Well, look, I'm going to cook this now. So, Buds, can you grab the salt and pepper and season it for me? Good lad. So the crown goes in. Can you do that one as well, my mate? This is going in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for an hour and a half, then I'll check it. Beautiful. So the great thing about this is the crown and those rolled legs are going to cook at exactly the same time. Boys, are you excited about your turkey?
Yes. Yes.
And your gravy?
Yes. Yes.
And Santa coming?
Yes. Yes.
Down the chimney?
Yes.
Is somebody excited?
Yes.
Love you. See you later. I'm going to wash up, then show you how to do the gravy.
It's gonna break! This is gonna take up my whole day.
So guys, this is the moment, right? It's the time when the turkey comes out of the oven. The smells are really, really amazing. So it's had just over an hour and a half. Look at that. And then the legs are equally looking gorgeous. So we can give them a basting. Just angle the tray, get some of those amazing juices there. Now look, let's talk about resting. Resting is just letting it just relax, so it's really juicy and succulent. So I'm going to put this now on a platter. You can cover it with some tin foil if you want. You can test it and see if the juices run clear. You can use a thermometer at the thickest part if you wish. It looks absolutely sumptuous. And then these legs here, brilliant. And they'll benefit from resting as well. Just kiss those with a little bit of honey, and that will just protect the lovely, crispy skin. Beautiful way to finish it. So we'll let that rest for an hour, and then we're going to make our gravy. So take the drippings from the lovely leg meat and pour that into here, and then skim off the excess fat. Whack this tray onto a medium heat This is when it all comes together. So think thickening agent, a heaped tablespoon of flour. But instead of putting a second one of those in, I'm going to use a curveball ingredient, which is amazing. And it is the flavour of Christmas. I get these vac-packed chestnuts, and if you crumble them, they actually crumble into a chestnut flour. And that will also thicken this gravy. This is going to be so good. And then a nice bit of pork. About a wine glass full goes in, and we're just going to cook that away. So last but not least, in we go with a litre of chicken stock. Bring it to the boil, then turn it down to a simmer for about 45 minutes, and then I'll show you how to turn it into the most mind-bogglingly delicious gravy that's going to knock your socks off. If you look in there now, everything's just falling apart. Take a potato masher and just spend a little bit of time just kind of going through the veg. Right, and that's going to add to the thickness and the flavour. Oh, delicious. Season it to taste. So all I have to do now is get a pan, a coarse sieve, and put it in like that. Push every last bit of that flavour through. It smells amazing. Bring it up to the boil and then just simmer it. Look at that. That is a robust, silky, rustic gravy, full of flavour. Let's have a little try. Oh, almost like a meal in itself. So let's bring it all together. We'll start with the beautiful honey glazed rolled turkey leg. Just cut the string and remove it. It's done its job. So the great thing about boning, stuffing, and rolling a leg of turkey is you get these amazing cross sections. Look how hot that is still after an hour, right? It's so easy to carve. It's beautiful, it's juicy, and what's lovely about it all is it's a bit different. Perfect for cooking for a small group of people. But then, let's have a little look at the crown here. That really is a beautiful, beautiful turkey crown. Look how crispy this skin is, and look how juicy this meat is. That's been resting for an hour, and it's still steaming, right? And of course, round the back, we've got the stuffing here. Look at that. That cross-section of the white meat, the stuffing meat, absolutely beautiful. So guys, this is a brilliant way to cook. Both easy to carve, right? You could just do this, or just do that, or both. And then the lovely gravy here. So there you go. Aye.
Hello.
Come on, I know you smelt the gravy, didn't you?
Yeah.
You want to try it with the turkey?
Yeah.
Without doubt, the kids are the toughest critics. So gravy galore. There you go. Berto, do you like that?
I like the brown meat more than the white meat. And the wings.
What's lovely is the skin on the brown meat is so crispy. The brown meat's falling apart, it's juicy, and the stuffing is really, really good. And the white meat, it's so juicy. You know what? I think I actually really prefer cooking it like this. I think we've got ultimate control. And this might become a new tradition. I'm very excited.
Can I have some more?
Yeah. White or brown?
Brown.
To take your Christmas feast up a notch, I want to show you 3 simple ways to make roasted veg extra special. Gorgeously golden roast potatoes, carrots with rosemary and a clementine glaze, and parsnips caramelised with honey, bay and vinegar. We're now going to do the side dishes, right? But there's certain things I do on Christmas Eve that guarantee flavour and kind of de-stressing all the work on Christmas Day, right? So I've parboiled these for 5 minutes each, together. Carrots and parsnips that I dug up, but standard parsnips, so easy. I'm now going to drain the potatoes. Now, the key is with the potatoes, you want to parboil them long enough to exaggerate the fluffy inside. About 12, 13 minutes. What we're going to do is dress these in fat. That will protect them. Let's just talk about fat, because fat is flavour, and you can use a different fat on different vegetables. I'll put olive oil on my carrots today, just a little drizzle. We can use butter on my parsnips, and then goose fat on your roast potatoes. Season them with salt and pepper, and then toss them in that fat. Make sure they're all nicely coated, and get some garlic on the potatoes, leave the skins on. They'll go sweet and mild and delicate. So on Christmas Eve, we can do all this. Season it up, dress it up in a chosen fat, and then I'll just cover that and put it somewhere cold. And it's a job out the way, brilliant. But I'll cook these now for an hour. So the oven will be at 180. And then we can just rack them up like that, and we've still got another bit of space if we wanted to do anything else. Brilliant. So the roast veg has had nearly an hour, so it's getting golden. We've concentrated all those flavours, which is great. But at this stage, the last 10 minutes, we can add another layer of incredible flavour so that each veggie is unique and delicious. Let's get these veggies out. Come on. So the spuds there, parsnips, looking beautiful, and the carrots. Now, I'm going to show you how to flavour layer. You can use different herbs and different flavours to make each one of these completely delicious, individual and fantastical. You want to get the best out of the herbs. If you put them in at the beginning, they're going to be ruined by the time everything's ready, right? So that last 10 minutes is like just perfect. So, carrots. We'll go in with rosemary, right? We can mix this up, and that residual fat in the tray will just dress those herbs. A little bit of clementine. Right? That juice will reduce and glaze those carrots. It will be lovely. We're going to go in with bay leaves here on the parsnips, and then a good swig of white or red wine vinegar. About a tablespoon goes in, and then a drizzle of honey. This flavour combo is phenomenal. And then the sage. It's going to go really snappy and delicious. But there's a really important thing here that I need to show you, and that is with a potato masher. We can increase crunchiness by just lightly putting a bit of pressure on the potatoes to give them more surface area. And then that way, you get the crispiest, most wonderful potatoes. These roast veggies are going to be absolutely amazing. And we're going to put them now back in the oven until perfection. About 10 minutes. But this is also the moment in real life on Christmas Day where you'd be getting ready to carve the turkey, right? You'd have your gravy on here. We can put some greens on. But what a lovely selection of veggies, right? A real celebration. What are you doing? Hello. Just doing veggies, roast veggies. What's your favourite roast veg?
Okay, lemon.
Lemon, apparently.
Oh, lemon. There you go, roast lemon for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, he's been naughty.
What have you done? Tell me what you've done.
But you still love me, do you?
Oh, well, I love you, yes. I love you very much.
You might not want to.
I broke the front piano.
Oh.
I was trying to do a song and the back bit fell off.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've broken Daddy's piano?
Yeah.
OK. How could you not forgive him? Go on, go and play. Never a quiet moment in the Oliver household. It's always like that. He'll get a bit of coal for Christmas. OK, let's have a look at these lovely, lovely veg. Oh, beautiful roast potatoes. Clementine and rosemary roast carrots, and then roast parsnips with the vinegar and the bay and the honey. So come on, let's have a little look at a potato. Oh, yeah, they're hot. Look at that. If you just bust it open, you're going to see that world of fluff and crispiness. The sage is phenomenal. The salty outside with the goose fat, which I love. So good. Carrot time, simplicity. That lovely kind of spritz of Christmas with the clementine. And then, the amazing parsnip. What the vinegar does with the bay is simply a thing of beauty. Look how gnarly and beautiful the outer skin gets. Don't peel the parsnips. Oh. Wow.
Everything here tastes very different and very, very delicious. We've got our beautiful Brussels sprouts and greens here. I've just given you some of the ideas, hints, tips and principles that will arm you with the confidence, I hope, to do the best veg for this Christmas ever. Amazing roast veggies and the simplest steamed and boiled veg. Easy.
We have got turkey crown, rolled turkey legs with stuffing. Who wants some?
Me.
And that skin is really crispy. Look, there you go. Put your plate flat, darling. Hold it flat. You're right, my darling girl. Do you want some turkey legs with stuffing?
Yeah.
That is so good. This is looking good. So crispy.
Do you hear what you just said?
What did you say, River?
You're so tender.
So tender. Right, guys. Merry Christmas. I love you all. Next time, I'm trying to help the nation cook leftovers. I've got some delicious ways to keep Christmas going after the big day. All of those leftovers brought together and celebrated. And some gorgeous, cosy dishes. So what do you reckon, thumbs up? Perfect for celebrating inside or out.
This is so lovely and warming.
Dad, what do you reckon?
Very nice, really nice.